What's going on, YouTube? Lockstyle TV back again with another video. Now, as you probably saw the title, this video is going to be about doing instant locks while growing semi freeform dreads. Now that might sound crazy because instant locking and a freeform grow seem like two complete opposite concepts. So I'm gonna kind of show you how you can kind of combine them, because my whole thing is I don't have as much patience as I should have to grow locks. So I'm kind of doing my best to speed up the process, and I'm going the semi freeform route because I think it's a really cool look, and it helps me be able to wait for my hair to get long enough while still rock a dope style and still be able to let my hair lock and grow and be able to appreciate the way it looks. So what I've been doing, and I touched on this in my first video, is obviously I'm twisting my hair with a sponge and I'm letting my hair section and lock up that way. But your hair doesn't always lock at the same rate or at the same pace. So I have, let me see if I can find one. Because I have locks in the back. Like, here's one. Like this right here, it's locked up pretty good. And I haven't done anything with this thing. I haven't instant locked it. I haven't used a crochet needle. I haven't twisted my hand. I haven't done anything. This is one that's locking up really good. My hair type locks up pretty easy. I have like a probably like a 4A or 4B. And it locks up really easy. So this is just one that I just been twisting in the back and it locked up. And I got a bunch here's another one. I got a bunch like that have just been locking up by themselves. But your hair in the front, the hair that's in the front of your head doesn't lock up as quick, as you can see, as the hair in the back. So like this is like struggling to lock up. It's kind of forming a little bit, but it's struggling. So that's what I've been instant locking. And now you probably have seen this one here at the front. This one's like fully locked. I actually interlocked this one, so I'm not gonna be doing that. I'll be doing a video on that much farther along. My hair gets longer. This was just the first one that I did, and I just interlocked it because I wanted it. I wanted to have like a fully locked piece up at the front because I like when it kind of sticks out. I think it looks cool. So that one I did completely different. So ignore that one. But I got a bunch in the front that I did because I've been taking bits and pieces here and there and just locking it as I go, because it's gonna take forever for your hair to lock anyway. So I figure you might as well not sit there for like 4 hours one day, twist every single hair, lock every single hair. That's like, because it's still you're gonna take a shower, you're gonna wash your hair, and it's gonna come out anyway. So I don't want to take the time to lock every single one all at once, because you still have that stage where it gets frizzy and comes out anyway. So I figured do a little bit at a time. So like, let me show you what I've done so far. So I showed you this one here. It's kind of hard to see in the camera, so I'll just feel them. So I have this one. This one's really thin, but I think skinny locks look dope. So I'll do a couple skinny ones. I think this is about the thickness that I'll do most of them, but I have this skinny one here. And so this one you can see locked pretty good at the front of my head. And then I have some more, like I have this little one here, also locked pretty good at the front. Pretty much everything on this side, up until like right here. I've done here's where it starts to kind of come apart again. You get those thin hairs in the front. So what I'm gonna do today, I've actually been wanting to do this for a while, but I wanted to make sure I got it on video before I did it. So I've been holding off. This has been bugging me. This whole side has been just bugging me. This is because like I got a bunch of these at the front that are starting to come in. I got all these ones here up at the front, and then up over here it's just poofy, So what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna pull out my handy dandy crochet needle, and I'm going to show you how to do instant locks. Now you may have seen a video about this. There's a bunch of videos on YouTube about this. This isn't very new. What is new, I think, is the fact that I'm using a crochet needle and giving myself instant locks while still like maintaining a freeform type of look. I think that's very new. I don't think there's much of that out there. So that's really what this video is for. So here we go. So the first thing you want to do is section your hair out, and this goes for pretty much any time you're styling your hair or just in your hair. You want to make sure that you're pulling it from the right place. So the first thing I want to do is I want to make sure that I'm not pulling anything from this one, because what I'm doing with these locks is I'm only locking the tips, because I want it to still maintain like a natural type of look, and naturally your hair locks from the top down to the root. So I'm only locking the top. So I want to make sure the root of this one is actually really loose. I probably should maybe tighten it up a little bit, but whatever. Anyway, so I just want to make sure that I'm not pulling anything from the root of that one. And then I don't know how big I'm gonna get these. I'll probably just split them in half. And so I want these two to go pretty much to the end of the hairline. Maybe pull a little bit of this in there. There you go, that's good. So this is the chunk of hair that we're gonna be working with today. So when we finish, this chunk will be locked similar to these ones here. Be similar to those, okay? So I'm gonna part these right down the middle. This one's kind of thin still, so we'll take some more. Let's see, how's that look? Pretty good. And then, oh, well, you want to twist them separate ways. So twist one. And a twisting would see, like, kind of get a gauge for the thickness that it's gonna be when it locks, because it's not gonna ever be this tight. It'll probably be about that. And then I have this one here. This one feels like it might be really thin. I might pull some more. I might pull some more for these two. Or maybe I'll put them together. No, it's too wide of a space to put together. So let's see if there's anything from the back that I can pull in. This is its own individual piece, so I'm not gonna mess with that. This one here, actually, I don't know if I did this one or not. I think I'm gonna pull this one in over here. And I'll just have, so then I'll have a little skinny one. Oh, you know what? That's what I'll do. I'll combine these two. All right, so that's what we're gonna do. We're still doing two, but I have this little thin one up in the front, and I have this one here, so I'm gonna combine those. So ignore what I said at the beginning of the video. I'm not having a thin one right there anymore. So all you do is you just twist them together. You can two-strand twist it. You can just grab it and twist it. You can do it. It doesn't really matter how you do it. There's not really any order to a dreadlock. So, and because I'm not gonna like leave it and have it sit in and want to keep it as tight as possible, I just want the hair together so I can go in with the crochet hook and lock it. That's fine, just twist it together, like literally however you feel like doing it, doesn't matter. So twisted it up. And you want to get it tight. And you want to get it tight just because when you're doing it, so how you use this thing, you go in and out, in and out, in and out. I'm actually left-handed, so I'm gonna do it this way. So you go in and out, in and out. And when you're pulling it out, you wanna pull back towards the root. You don't wanna pull down and out, or like upwards away from your hair. You don't wanna pull it away from your hair, because then you're gonna be pulling hair out of your head. A lot of the hair that's in your locks is actually like not even attached, because your hair breaks out a lot and it gets sucked back in. So you don't wanna be just ripping hair out of your head. So you wanna pull it down towards the dreadlock, towards the root. And the reason that you want to do it tight is because when you're going back, you want to be slowly like letting go so that it starts to unravel. Just because you want to be able to get around, you want to be able to go in from like all angles. And you don't want to just be going like this. That's a pain in the ass. You don't want to do that. So if you tighten it tight and you slowly let it unravel like that, and then it'll twist itself. You can just stay in one spot and you'll hit every side. So that's the best way to do it. So first, twist it up, and the first thing you want to do is lock up the tip. You're gonna have this little like loose end here at the tip. So you wanna go in all the way to the front like that. And just pull back. And just keep doing that. And you're gonna pull the hair back into the hair, into itself. And you don't wanna do it too much because you're gonna get a ball right at the tip. See it's starting to form, you're gonna get a little ball if you do it too much. That's another reason why you want to let it kind of roast around in your fingers. So that, because what you're doing is you're pulling hair from one side to the other. So if you don't rotate and pull from a different side, then all you're gonna end up doing is just pulling a bunch of hair to one side and then you get a knot at the end. So you don't wanna do that. So let it keep twisting, let it unravel a little bit. And then as it unravels, just go a little farther back. And if you're doing like, if I was doing like legit straight up like full on instant locks, then I would go like all the way down to the root or right before the root and then maybe interlock it on the bottom. But because I want these to have like a freeform type of look, I'm leaving the roots pretty loose. So I'm only gonna go down about maybe 2/3, so probably maybe down to here. And so I'm gonna start back up at the top again. And you just go in and out. There's not much. And sometimes it gets stuck. Just rip it out if it gets stuck in there. Like you're not gonna mess your hair up. Just go for it. And like there's not really a wrong way to do this unless you're pulling away from your root. So if you think you're doing it wrong, just keep going. And it'll get tight. And you don't want to go too much because you're going to get it really tight and it won't look natural. So there we go. That one is done. Now it's not fully locked. You can still see I can unravel it a little bit and it's going to unravel on its own. But even when it unravels, you see the tip is locked together now. And actually I kind of think I might go a little farther back. and go back just a little bit more. So I'll twist it back up, go back in a little bit, a little farther down. You just want to go in and out, in and out, in and out. Let it twist a little bit, go back in and out, in and out. There you go. Now it's locked a little farther down. All right, so that's it. That's that one. That one's done. So and I'll just put that back in my hair, kind of put it up, make it look natural. And at the bottom, it kind of just matches the rest of your hair, but then you have the tip that's solid and that's locked in. And then that's just gonna allow your hair to, when it starts to lock naturally, now it has one piece to kind of go off of. And this, all this hair will pull it into itself and it'll form a lock on its own. So that's that. And then whenever you're just chilling, like just watching TV or whatever, laying in bed or I don't know, whatever you're doing in class, I don't know, just twist it and just do that. And do that with everything. Don't just do it off with the new instant locks. Don't even just do it with one of your instant lock, you do it with all your hair. And that's just gonna help to lock. So there's one, and it's gonna have like this really stiff look right when you do it. That goes away after a couple days. If you really hate it, just wash your hair. Don't worry, that's just not coming out. There's no way it's coming out. So you can wash your hair afterwards. Not a big deal. Okay, so now I'm gonna do the other one. So that's this piece here. So same thing, separate the roots, make sure you're sectioning it right. And when I do my sections, I don't do like clean, crispy, like perfect box square sections. I don't know, I think it's dope when your locks are super, or just natural, and you just let the sections come that develop on their own. So I don't even like, I've done locks where I just twisted all my hair down and I didn't even try to section. I just made sure I got all of it twisted. And whenever it gets long, you can't really tell anyway, unless you're gonna get it retwisting, you have a style that you're going for. Otherwise, it doesn't really matter. So, all right, so here's the other one. This one looks like it's gonna be quite a bit thinner than the last one. That's all good. It's gonna be cool when it's hanging down here. So let's do the crochet needle again. All right, so once again, see that? You got the loose end on the tip. First thing you wanna do is pull in all that loose hair. So you go straight down into it. You pull it in, and you rotate, pull it in, and you rotate. And you can feel it when you're doing it. You can feel the sides that maybe need more hair or not. Okay, so I got the tip in here, and then you're just gonna go back. Make sure you're letting it rotate. Then you just go back. Let it rotate. And if you ever feel like it's not doing anything and you want to be like satisfied and feel like you're doing it right, like you can do it slow. Like just push it in and then pull it. And you'll hear that, you'll hear it. You can like see it pull, like push it in. I don't know if you can hear this, but you can like see it pull. And that's what it's doing. It's pulling hair from one side to the other. Now it feels, the whole thing feels a little bit loose. So I'm gonna go back in at the top, pull it back in, start again from the bottom, and kind of go back down. Okay, that's probably good. There's another one. Look at that. Beautiful. This tip is kind of messed up. So sometimes your tips might be messed up. So all you do is you look at it and like you can see right here, it's sticking up a lot. Oh, not on there. It's sticking up a lot right there. So I'm gonna pull it in and I'm gonna come from this side and pull that side back in. You want to make sure when you do that, you're still rotating it because you don't want to end up with a bunch on the other side. And then you just get it smooth. There you go, it's done. So I just did those two. Been waiting to do that forever. And then once you get them in, just kind of, you want to integrate it back into your hair. So, and there you go. You're still maintaining that freeform, that semi-freeform look, but you got some locks in there that are instantly locked, so you can still kind of speed up your progress. That's really the entire idea behind this method. It's to speed up the progress of the locking process. The locking process takes a while, no matter what, but there's always those problem spots that take a lot longer than others, and you can use this anytime. So say you're not doing the semi-freeform or twisting with a sponge or anything like that, or the towel rev method, any of those like freeform look type methods. Say you're actually going in and you're getting a retwist every single month, and say you got one like 2 weeks ago, you're not gonna get another retwist for 2 more weeks, but you got like that one that you know always comes unraveled and it's just a pain in the ass and you want it to just lock and quit being difficult with you, then you can still use the crochet needle for that too. So this is just a good little tool. So if you ever have to lock back those locks that aren't locking, lock back those locks that aren't locking, you can use this here. And it's super easy. You just go in and out, make sure you pull back towards the root, make sure you're getting it from all angles, and that's really about it. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll be posting some more videos about my entire, you know, semi freeform journey here. But I hope that was beneficial to you guys. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and I will catch you next time.